Lawton Public Schools was recently informed by the Oklahoma State Department of Education that we can no longer release our special needs students early due to transportation reasons. Therefore, we are in the process of running some trial runs which will begin on May the 9th and run through May the 18th. And the trial runs will be where no students will be released early. That includes daycare providers, students, as well as special needs students. They will all be released at the same time. They will all load the buses, and then all the buses will be leaving the schools at the same time, with high schools leaving approximately 2:35, elementaries around 3:45, and then the middle schools around 3:15 p.m. So what we're addressing is trying to see and gather as much data as possible and seeing what changes, if any, need to be made for the 17-18 school year. The students that will be impacted the most will probably be our special needs students. There's approximately 600 that ride a special needs bus. Those 600 students may be arriving anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes later than what they have been arriving previously. It is also impacting our daycare providers because daycare providers may in the past have been able to pick up a student maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes early and then proceed to the next school and pick up the kids there. However, during this trial run from May 9th through the 18th, our daycare providers will not be able to pick up the students early. They will have to wait till the students are dismissed at the scheduled time, and then they will have to proceed to their next stop. What we anticipate is it will only impact the drop-off times. Because of dismissal and everyone being released at the same time, it will only impact students where their drop-off site may be. And some, it may be at a daycare, it may be at the grandparents' house, but it's only going to impact the drop-off. May the 1st is when the letter was sent out. So we're hoping that will give at least a week's notice to parents. There's also many schools or some of the teachers are making phone calls. There's also the newsletters that are being sent out. They're also putting it on their school website. So there's a lot of different ways that parents are being informed, and hopefully with those efforts, parents it won't be a surprise to them, and they'll be prepared, and they'll expect their student that may ride a special needs bus to be a few minutes later than what they're used to. We are hoping that we'll be able to gather on May the 22nd, and we'll be able to discuss all the data and come up with a sound recommendation. We're hoping that we don't have to make many adjustments, or if we do, then we'll try to get that word out immediately. It is something that we'll need to bring before the Board of Education to keep them apprised of the situation, and as well as ask for their blessing or their approval. So we're hoping we can have a decision made as quickly as possible so parents can plan appropriately. We appreciate their understanding. We understand it's a little different, and any change is a little uncomfortable, but we're doing it to ensure that we are in compliance, as well as it benefits our kids by allowing them to stay in the educational setting that much longer. If parents have a concern or a question, they can contact myself at Special Services, and that number is 353-0334, or they can contact the Transportation Department at 248-3255, and another source is being able to contact their principal. And the other thing I would just encourage is if you're interested in becoming a Lawton Public Schools bus driver, we need quality drivers. There is a shortage throughout the state, but it is an opportunity to help our students and to be a positive impact upon them. So if it's something you're interested, you can all contact Special Services or contact the Transportation Department, and they'll be glad to give you additional information.